Hello, hi, and welcome to Empathic Fire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Cancer in July 2021. What's going on, Cancer? How are you guys doing? I hope you all are doing well. Cancer, happy birthday, friends. It is your season. We are sort of kind of in the middle of it. So whenever your birthday is or was, I hope you had an amazing time. If you're able to get together with friends and family, please be safe. Please, take all the precautions that are necessary, but also make sure it's a great time for yourself. I believe birthdays should be our personal holidays. I treat myself that way for, I'd say, the past 10 years or so. I just, value myself a lot when it comes around to my birthday. So I encourage other people to be the same, but I understand for some it's just like another day and it's not that important. But not to me, guys. Your birthday is special to me. Anyway, Cancer, you guys have some things coming up, or you have some things that are already posted to the channel. So check your playlist so you can see when I did your overall Cancer season reading. That's like 5 quote-unquote mini readings or readings for particular areas of your life. You can find that on your playlist. And then I also have a live that I'm going to do for you guys. And I know I put down in one of the videos July 10th, but let me check my calendar here just to be sure. Yeah, I was right. Okay, so the 10th, which is this Saturday. I'm recording this on the 5th. So July 10th. If you are free at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, adjust it to your local time, and you want to hang out with me, ask me a question, here live on the channel, I'll answer it with my decks, and we can hang out and have a good time. So that'll be for you guys, for your season. Drop by if you can, all right? And then, of course, you have this reading coming up, which you're about to see. And then you've also got your mid-July reading. So a lot of things going on in Cancer season, okay? No other announcements other than, again, your birthday and happy 4th of July if any of you guys were celebrating. If you celebrate any other holiday that I'm unaware of internationally, I hope that was a good time for you guys. And yeah, let's get into it. So that's the start of your reading, Cancer. We're going to clarify a little bit later with the rest of the deck, talk about the bottom of the deck as your overall energy. But first, we start with Page of Wands. Wheel of Fortune, excuse me, and then Chariot in reverse. So Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius perhaps. Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius and the fixed sign, so Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And then Cancer, that's you in the Chariot in reverse. So let's see what's going on here. Patience. Yeah. Patience, young Padawan. I know that's a Star Wars quote. Is it Yoda that says it? Is it Obi-Wan Kenobi? One of them. Anyway, some Jedi says it, I'm pretty sure. But that's essentially what I'm feeling here. Patience, 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 patience. Page of Wands, a lot of desire. A lot of intention to get out in the world, experience things, learn... maybe not learn, but learn through experience. There you go. So learn through experience, see the world, learn, meet new people, that kind of learning, like learning the culture from the ground, not in a classroom, but like, going out and interacting with people, things like that. Could also be sexual or romantic desire, but it's in that budding stage. It's like flirting. It's not setting up dates, or it's not, getting down to like first or second base. It's just like, hey, what are you doing? Oh, da da da. It's like that kind of lighthearted, not too impactful type of interaction. But the desire is strong. Could be coming from you, Cancer. Could be someone else you're dealing with. I'm not sure. But there's roadblocks here for what the page wants. Because of the world. I keep wanting to call this the world. I don't know why, but I keep saying that. So, clever. So, how I was just saying, travel, see the world, interact with new cultures, things like that. And I keep wanting to call this the world. It's not. It's the Wheel of Fortune. I know that. But the world itself, right now, on Earth, is a little bit of a blockage. Because we do still have the remnants, or no matter what you believe, it's still a thing. This pandemic. So you might want to travel, you might want to get together and do all these things, but depending on where you're going or coming from, you might not be able to do that, right? So that's where the blockage and why this, like, the world keeps coming through. Now, the wheel still, and the Chariot in reverse, feels like, it's not the right time. Patience is needed. I feel you have a pretty good outline of what you're expecting. And again, this feels like Cancer, but it can go vice versa if you're a cross watcher. So there is this, I know what I want. I know what I want to see. I know who I want to be around. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Yeah. You know, this deck, the Happy Tarot deck, has a lot of like confectionery candies and like cupcakes kind of depictions, right? So I see that this page is very full of themselves, very contented to have that long lollipop there. So it's like, you know, like when you're dealing with a kid, gimme, 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 like give me the sweet treat, give me what I want, give me the thing that's going to make me happy. But the universe, powers that be, God et al., or whatever you believe in or don't believe in, is like, not so fast. Not so fast, Page of Wands, whoever it is. I think it's you, Cancer, but it can be somebody else. Wheel of Fortune, I'm getting this idea of destiny or divine timing. And now they're showing me an egg timer, like a kitchen timer. So it's like, I don't boil eggs often. The most I do is scramble some eggs for breakfast. But there, I'm assuming, is like a perfect time to boil an egg so that it's not too soft and it's not too hard to have, quote unquote, again, the perfect boiled egg. Because if you boil it too long, the yolk becomes green, right? Or something like that. I think that's what that is. I don't remember. Anyway, so to get like that perfect yellow hard-boiled yolk, you don't have to, but you know, often they say set your timer to whatever. That's what I'm feeling here. If you rush in here like you want to, Cancer, or whoever's in this energy, it's a mixed bag, but I'm going to say it's like 60% Cancers are in this energy. It's like if you go in too soon, you're going to spoil it. If you go in too late, you've missed your opportunity, right? Or you've let things linger too long and it's kind of, you know, the dish isn't great, or the satisfaction you're going to get out of whatever you're trying to go for isn't going to be that great. And some of you, again, it's like a timing issue. Up here in the northern hemisphere, it's summertime. And many people want to travel during the summer months, you know? So I want to go to the beach, I want to go to the villa, I want to go to the resort, I want to go here, da-da-da-da-da. But if all these places you want to go are legit closed, what can you do? So this fire and this intention that you have to, you know, live your best life and be out there and engaging in culture, or, you know, dining on new cuisine, or meeting up with a new love interest or whatever, that feels like it's on pause. Wheel of Fortune, it's not the right time. Again, I don't know what you believe in or don't believe in. I'm a fan of science, okay? I'm not gonna lie here. So when friends of mine are like, "Hey Jay, let's go traveling," and I'm like, "To where?" And they're like, "To this other country," and I'm like, the status on coronavirus in that country is not looking so hot, so I'm just gonna stay here. And that's not me. It's just me. My personality is not the type to take, quote unquote, that type of risk for, you know, a vacation. Because I'm not, whatever. It's not about me, it's about you. So I'm okay, and I'm not a Cancer, but in this type of energy, I kind of get it. It's like you're being told twice, cool it. Pump the brakes. Another thing that could be here is for some of you getting involved too soon. Not because of coronavirus, but now I'm talking about people. Dating, meeting up with friends, reuniting with family too soon. Not because of the, no, not because, they're like, no, not because of the virus or anything, but simply they're not ready. Or you're not ready, because this is a page. Pages are not mature energies. Not to say socially you're immature and you don't act right in mixed company. No. It's not mature as in it doesn't know as much, and it's more eager than it is practical or rational or logical. It's what it lacks in planning and forethought, it makes up for in intention and desire, which is nice. But if you're trying to make a solid friendship with a person or start a solid relationship with a person, and you or they show up as a page, like what kind of relationship are you really going to get out of it? It's not to say it's doomed. It's just there will be more hurdles there than if you or they showed up as a queen or a king. You understand? So you might want to date, or date a particular person, but you or they are simply not ready. So Chariot in reverse, I think, is for some, go back to the drawing board. For others, just like pull off to the side of the road, book a stay at a roadside motel and wait for the roads to clear. That's another thing. See, I mean, all these analogies come in and I'm like, I'm talking about summer, but now I'm thinking about winter, in that when you're traveling and the roads and the weather aren't great, some people are like, just push through. Let's just drive through the storm. I'm like, that's dangerous. That happens a lot up here where I live in the States when the winter months come around. Or I should say this. I'm not laughing at anybody's circumstances here, but where I live, we get snow during the winter months. So we know how to drive in snow. You either do it or you don't. And if you do it, take all these precautions. I'm talking about places like, let's say, the South. And I'm not shading anybody, where they're not used to it and tons of car crashes happen if winter climate comes upon them. They don't know how to drive in those conditions. They're not used to it. They don't have the right tires on and all this other kind of stuff. So it's a thing, right? So that's what I'm feeling here. The road might not be clear, might not be in the right condition for you to proceed. So you're on pause and it feels destined. It feels divine. You can desire it and want it all you want, Cancer, but it's just not right now. Not right now. Okay? What else can you tell Cancer regarding the situation? Give me more here for Cancer. Like I said before, others, this is like a going back to the drawing board. So you have to reevaluate something. And the Page of Wands is not one to want to reevaluate anything. Begrudgingly would do so. I'm not going to take these because I wasn't really talking about it, but that was the Star and the Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, some of you might be wanting a new relationship or a new start to something, a new opportunity, and it's like you got to go back and think about that some more, or reconsider your methods, or reconsider your motivation, something like that. Yeah, so go back to the drawing board. And again, begrudgingly, the Page of Wands could do it, but not the best one to reevaluate things. You might want to get the Page of Pentacles energy, or, a King or a Queen of Pentacles, you know what I mean? All right, so let's see what else is going on here for Cancer, please. Give me more messages here. Give me more insight into this message for Cancer. What else is going on here? Lord. There it is. Go back. Judgment. For some, it could be a reconciliation. Not for everybody, but for some of you. And reconciliation, let me amend that, doesn't mean go back and do exactly what you were doing before. It just means taking care of unfinished business, tying up loose ends, coming to terms with the changes or the transformations that you or someone, there he is. You call him enough, he comes out. The World, bottom of the deck, overall energy. Interesting side position. Let's see. Oh my God, why am I doing that? Okay, that was their way of getting me to stop. They're like, stop, put it down. Okay, so Judgment, Ace of Cups, and the World, after I called it a bajillion times. But, that was, again, it's a channeling thing. So, Judgment, secondary major for Scorpio, could be dealing, Ace of Cups, and then World, again, Capricorn, fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Could be dealing, don't have to be. So, yeah, I get the sense like... For some of you guys, this is coming back, again, to reconcile, to make peace with something, to finally let something go, to no longer hold on residually, or to end a come and go relationship, a come and go scenario. So if this was a dating scenario, right, for some of you, this would be finally putting an end to an on again, off again relationship. Because if you want newness, which is usually what the pages want, they don't want anything that's been tried and true. They want to see what else is out there. They want to see things with brand new eyes or experience things for the first time, right? So you can't really do that. Can't have a new relationship fully if you are having this on again, off again with an ex, or you have this comfortability with an ex, or you have this you have this codependency with an ex for some of you, not everybody, right? And so you'll never ever, that's why it's a page, it's not fully mature because it hasn't fully stood on its own. The page, as much as it's desiring for itself, it doesn't act on its own behest often. So it's usually a messenger is often what you hear. So sometimes the pages are messengers. And what's a messenger? It's an entity that's acting on the behalf of someone else. I'm just the messenger. You know, that whole phrase. So you have this desire for the self, but actually you're still tied to something. You're still beholden to something. There's still some place that you go back to that's familiar and comfortable, yes? So Judgment is saying, get right with that. Whatever that means. Doesn't mean you have to X the person out of your life entirely. It doesn't mean you have to go cold turkey on something. Maybe for some of you do, but there's something about being 3 times, 4 really, with the world over there in reverse, being told, go back, reconsider, or reevaluate, which again, I told you, the Page of Wands can do, but doesn't want to do. All right. Judgment, it could also be not you doing it, again, because it could be the page. Because what did I just say? Messengers and pages are beholden to someone else. So if you are a messenger, if you are like literally a delivery person, you usually don't have free reign on when and where and how you deliver your messages or your packages. You have to take designated routes. You have to work between these hours. You have to carry these types of packages and messages, but not those types. You're told what to deliver, what to go forth and explore, or how to navigate. Yes? So that's what I'm sensing here, is like a person who, well, I want to go left, but the manifest says to go right. Or I want to go this way. I want to travel through Detroit and then go down to Missouri and then come back up and go to Maine and then blah, 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 blah. And all this because you want to go to California from the East Coast, right? But the manifest says, no, go straight across. Don't make all those stops. But the page is like, but I want to see the country. I want to see the rest of the world. I want to explore and blah, 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 blah. There's something about wanting to do things your own way and being told or compelled to do them another way. And I feel it comes from a past relationship. It doesn't have to be a spouse or an ex or something like that. It can be family, can be friends, can be all kinds of things. But there's this, can't do what you want to do because you have to do what other people want you to do. Or they call you to do these things. Like I feel like this calling, this pulling back energy. So this being pulled away from where you want to be. Yes? Could be energetic. It doesn't have to be physical. You know, you do have 3 major arcanas. Majors, I feel, are less physical than the minors. So this could be cosmically, spiritually speaking. You may very well be moving on, moved away from your family to get some distance from them being in your life and, you know, dropping by your house whenever they want to. Okay, I've moved like 2 states away. They can't just show up willy-nilly at my doorstep, right? But they call you, they text you, they email you. We haven't Zoomed this week. When are we going to have a Zoom call? Jesus Christ, Mom, I'm over the Zoom calls. Leave me alone, right? So there's this constant comeback feeling, which needs to be settled. I feel for someone here that it hasn't been discussed. Let's say it that way. And that might, be the end all be of it, is like it wasn't ever discussed. The desire for the page to be independent. The impulse to see what else is out there maybe was never fully addressed. There's this presumption in the situation that The old situation can always be rectified, can always be pulled back out. Ace of Cups. That could be the conversation. It doesn't have to be. Could be a gift or some type of gesture that signifies the end of something. You know? It could be maybe you didn't move away yet, but you're like having like a going away party. And at the going away party, there's like a little speech or a little toast that's given that says, "Hey, Cancer / Page of Wands person, you're off to do good things and be independent and da 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 da." Like the implication is there. You know, I don't get like a straight up "leave me the F alone" coming from the Ace of Cups, because it's more caring than that. But the sentiment of I gotta do it my own way is there. I can't always be called back here, either in the physical or in the spiritual. I have to be set free. Please set me free. It's like a nice FU, or it's like a nice, begging. Like, please just let me go before I gotta turn into this nasty person or things devolve so much between us. Like, that's what this feels like. World in the reverse. There's continued resistance here. And this, I think, is a little bit more the personal showing through the universe, or showing through spirit. I get the sense here, fear. Saturn is coming through. Fear, like stress, like a niggling stress and anxiety about what's going to happen when that door is finally closed. What's going to happen when that chapter is finally over? How are things going to be different? This is a resistance to change, a resistance to difference, a resistance like fear is the motivator here. And that's unfortunate because it kind of cuts someone else's path. It cuts into somebody else's path. It inhibits somebody else's journey, this type of fear. So overbearing parent, obnoxious, clingy ex, friends who not necessarily don't want to be replaced, but don't want to share. That type of thing is coming through. That's a tough one because I'm not seeing a solution here. I just see someone being held back, and they don't know why they're held back. And part of why they're held back is because there's unfinished business in the past. And Page of Wands, similar to the Page of Swords, would not have a lot of interest in, like I said, going back, reviewing that. It's a waste of time for this person. It's like impeding on their endeavor to do that. Overall energy, Death, which has been coming out a lot this month also. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio, but you don't have to be. I mean, it's what we've been talking about this entire time. Change and transformation. So you or someone else you're dealing with needs to get okay with that idea that everything eventually changes. Everything evolves. Everything transforms. Your physical body, your mental body, your spiritual body, all the things. The environment that you live in, the home that you live in, maybe some of you are still living in the house that you grew up in. What are some of the things that have changed? Something in there probably has changed. Maybe not a lot, but something, So there's it's like an obvious inevitable that somebody is just like, I disagree, or I don't want to accept that right now. And that's been thematic for a few of the other signs thus far this month. So if you care to cross-watch any of the signs that came before or after you, I don't know what's going to happen after you, but feel free to do that. Cancer, that is your reading for July. If you like this reading, hit the like button. If it resonated at all, leave me a comment down below. I would love to read your comments. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel before, please hit the subscribe button at this time. It's the perfect time. Anyway, Cancer, if you guys want to get at me for a personal reading, you can find out how to do so by looking in the description box below. Until then, my friends, I thank you so much for watching. Take care.